Have you ever wished you could take back words you've spoken? Have you ever felt the hidden power in silence, a power that can surpass any words? If the answer is yes, then Stoic philosophy might be the gateway to a whole new life for you. But before we delve into the precious lessons of this philosophy, let's journey back in time to an ancient tale, a story of a powerful king, a wise philosopher, and a lesson about the strength of silence. This story will reveal that in today's noisy and hurried world, silence is not merely the absence of sound, but a hidden treasure, an incredible inner strength that we often overlook. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a powerful king. He possessed everything a man could desire. Gold and silver filled his palace, extravagant feasts were held, and a vast kingdom lay under his rule. Yet, despite having it all, a deep emptiness lingered within him, an inexplicable sense of unease and sadness. One night, amidst the turmoil of his mind, the king heard a tale of a wise man who lived in seclusion deep within the forest, a man said to understand all things and capable of unraveling any knot in a person's heart. In desperation, he decided to seek out this wise man, hoping to find the answer to his inner torment. Through dense forests, treacherous mountains, and days of hardship, the king finally reached the humble dwelling nestled amidst the woods. He met an elderly sage with bright eyes and a serene smile. The king bowed his head and asked, "I have everything a man could wish for, yet I cannot find happiness. Can you show me the path to true happiness?" The wise man gazed deeply into the king's eyes, as if peering into his very soul. He pondered for a moment, then said, "Your Majesty, if you truly seek happiness, you must remain here and utter not a single word for 10 days. The king was surprised and somewhat indignant. "Is that all? How can mere silence help me understand what I've been searching for all this time?" But then, remembering that he had come here seeking wisdom, he agreed. The first few days were arduous. The king, accustomed to commanding, speaking, and giving orders, now had to remain completely silent. He felt restless, wanting to speak out, to rebel, but remembering his promise, he patiently held his tongue. He had to confront the voices within his own mind, the ceaselessly battling thoughts, the anxiety and chaos. But then, day by day, as he maintained his silence, he began to hear different sounds: the rustling of leaves, the gentle flow of the stream, the wind caressing the foliage. He listened and noticed the rhythm of nature around him, feeling each breath of life, something he had long overlooked in the lavish and noisy life of the palace. He realized that his mind was like this forest. One only needed to pause and listen, and tranquility would spread. By the 10th day, his mind had become peaceful, like a still lake, without a ripple. He realized that, in that stillness, happiness seemed to be sprouting. There was no more unease, no more endless desires for material possessions. He felt a profound peace within his soul, something he had never known before. When the time was up, the wise man asked, "Your Majesty, have you found your answer?" The king, with bright eyes and a gentle smile, replied, "I understand now. Happiness is not something we can buy or possess. It comes from the stillness within our souls, from accepting ourselves and the world around us completely." The wise man smiled and nodded. "Indeed, Your Majesty. True happiness does not come from the outside, but from within you." In today's world, filled with noise and confusing information, do you feel exhausted by chaotic thoughts and tangled relationships? Do you long to find inner peace and the strength to face life's challenges? Silence, a seemingly simple concept, contains a hidden power that can change your life. Wise individuals have long recognized the priceless value of silence in cultivating wisdom and the soul. Today, let's explore together the 4 golden moments to apply the art of silence according to Stoic philosophy, helping you master your emotions, improve relationships, and build a more fulfilling life. Don't miss the opportunity to discover the power of silence. Subscribe now to receive valuable lessons and practical tips to achieve peace and success in life. Lesson 1. Stay silent when angry. When anger flares up, words often become uncontrolled and can cause deeper wounds than any action. In moments of anger, we are prone to say things that hurt others or make decisions that we may later regret. Therefore, staying silent when angry is an effective way to maintain calm, avoid unwanted consequences, and preserve healthy relationships. Consider a simple situation. You've just had a stressful day at work and come home hoping to relax. But when you walk through the door, you find that a family member has spilled coffee on your desk, soaking several important documents. Your first reaction might be to explode in anger. You might want to yell or immediately start blaming them. However, in moments like these, remaining silent, taking deep breaths, and temporarily stepping away from the situation can help you better control your emotions. By staying silent, you give yourself time to think more clearly about what caused your anger. You realize that shouting at your family member would only escalate the tension and damage the relationship. Instead, once the anger has subsided, you can calmly discuss the situation, explain why you are upset, and work together to find a solution. As a result, instead of creating a major conflict, you and your loved one can understand each other better and maintain harmony. Furthermore, staying silent when angry also helps protect your mental and physical health. Many studies have shown that prolonged anger can lead to various health issues, such as high blood pressure, stress, and even cardiovascular diseases. By choosing silence, you not only avoid unnecessary conflicts, but also help yourself calm down, lower your heart rate, and reduce stress. Remember, staying silent is not a sign of weakness or surrender. It is a sign of self-control and the ability to manage oneself. You do not always need to react immediately to every situation, especially when in a state of anger. Silence gives you the time to think, weigh your options, and make better decisions. Thus, protecting your relationships and keeping your mind at peace. Lesson 2. Stay silent when you succeed. When we achieve success, we often feel the urge to share our joy and pride with those around us. However, in many cases, keeping quiet about our achievements can bring more benefits than we might think. Staying silent in the face of success not only helps us maintain humility but also prevents unnecessary complications and allows us to stay focused on long-term goals. First, staying silent helps us maintain humility and avoid arrogance. When you succeed and start boasting or showing off, you risk falling into the trap of complacency, losing the drive to strive further. Humility helps you recognize that your current success is just a small part of a long journey ahead. For example, an athlete who achieves a high rank in a minor competition, instead of bragging, chooses to remain silent and focus on training for bigger competitions in the future. This humility helps them maintain motivation and a spirit of continuous effort. Second, staying silent when successful helps you avoid jealousy and resentment from others. In reality, not everyone will celebrate your success. Some people may feel envious and try to diminish your achievements. If you frequently brag about your success, you might create discomfort or even hostility among others. For example, a young entrepreneur who has achieved early success in their startup might, If they continuously boast on social media about their accomplishments, provoke jealousy from competitors or colleagues, leading to unnecessary conflicts. Finally, staying silent helps you focus on the next goals. Success is a continuous process, and if you spend too much time flaunting your achievements, you may lose focus on the next steps. Silence allows you to think more clearly, reassess your goals, and continue progressing. Someone who knows how to stay silent in the face of success is someone who knows how to control themselves, not letting excitement cloud their path forward. Lesson 3. Stay silent when facing difficulties. When facing difficulties, the natural reaction of many people is to complain, vent, or seek sympathy from others. However, staying silent during challenging times can provide inner strength and a greater ability to solve problems than we might think. Silence in the face of hardship does not mean weakness or avoidance. Rather, it is a way for us to listen to ourselves, focus our thoughts, and find the most effective solution. For example, imagine you're facing a major challenge at work. The project you're in charge of has failed, the client is dissatisfied, and pressure from your superiors is mounting. Instead of quickly complaining or blaming your colleagues, you choose to remain silent and reassess the situation. In that quiet time, you can listen to your own feelings, identify weaknesses in the process, and from there, find ways to improve. Through silence, you can focus all your energy on finding a solution rather than wasting it on useless complaints. You also avoid creating unnecessary conflict with colleagues or losing the trust of your superiors. Being silent when facing difficulties also helps you maintain calm and control. Those who know how to stay silent often have good emotional control, not letting panic or fear dominate them. When you remain silent, you have time to think more thoroughly and consider all aspects of the problem before making a decision. This helps you avoid hasty and thoughtless decisions while also increasing your ability to make precise and effective choices. For instance, during a tense debate at the company, instead of immediately opposing or arguing to defend your point of view, you remain silent and listen to everyone's opinions. This not only allows you to understand opposing views more clearly, but also gives you time to think and prepare a stronger argument when it's your turn to speak. As a result, you not only maintain your composure, but also create a positive impression of maturity and professionalism. Therefore, staying silent when facing difficulties is not an act of avoidance, but a way to confront challenges more calmly and effectively. It is a sign of inner strength, helping you remain steadfast and find the right path forward, no matter how tough the situation may be. Lesson 4. Stay silent when misunderstood. When we are misunderstood, our natural reaction is often to immediately defend ourselves, explain, or even argue to protect our reputation. However, sometimes staying silent when misunderstood is a wiser choice. Silence in these situations is not a sign of weakness or acceptance of the misunderstanding, but rather a way to demonstrate self-control, patience, and confidence in oneself. Imagine you are working in a team and a colleague mistakenly blames you for an error in a report. This person does not realize that the mistake was not caused by you, but they quickly place the blame on you in front of other team members. Your immediate reaction might be to jump in and defend yourself, interrupting to explain that you were not involved. However, in many cases, reacting hastily can make you appear defensive or out of control and may increase tension within the group. Instead of arguing right away, you choose to stay silent, listen carefully to what is being said, and wait for the right moment to explain. This silence helps you remain calm, not get caught up in negative emotions, and creates the impression that you're someone who can maintain composure. After listening to everyone's opinions, you calmly clarify that you were not responsible for the mistake and provide evidence to prove your point. This approach not only helps you protect your reputation effectively, but also shows that you are someone who listens, is patient, and mature. Moreover, staying silent when misunderstood demonstrates self-confidence. If you know you have done nothing wrong, there's no need to react strongly to prove it to everyone. The truth will reveal itself over time. For example, a famous artist is misunderstood to have copied someone else's idea. Instead of criticizing or denying, they choose to remain silent and continue creating. Time eventually proves that their work is original and creative, and the truth naturally comes to light, without the need for any argument. Silence, though sometimes misunderstood as weakness or avoidance, is in fact an incredibly powerful and valuable tool. It's not just the absence of sound, but the presence of introspection, focus, and understanding. When we know how to use silence wisely, it can bring wonders to our lives. In silence, we find peace amidst the chaos of life. It allows us to listen to the voice deep within, to recognize our true emotions and thoughts, and thus make wiser and more informed decisions. Silence also provides a space for us to observe and understand the world around us, to see things more objectively and clearly. Not only does it bring peace, but silence is also the key to true happiness. When we know how to let go of external noise, we can focus on the most important things in life, cherish the present moments, and find joy in the simple things. And finally, silence can also be a powerful driving force on the path to success. In stillness, we can achieve deep focus, unleash creativity, and accomplish remarkable feats. Remember, silence is not just a tool, but a precious gift. Cherish and use it wisely to create peace, happiness, and success in your life. Because sometimes the most wonderful things come from silence.